Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een, amma ba'd. All praises to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given us the opportunity and the ability to come to His house to perform salah. We ask Allah to accept this ibadah from us, ameen ya rabbal alameen. As we were talking about the importance of staying away from those actions which can be a source of the destruction of individual on the Day of Judgment. And the list carried on from the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in which Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the 7 deadliest action, the most harmful action that you can ever do as being a human being, and then especially as being a believer. So what is that? Number 1, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, stay away from shirk. Shirk is the first thing. We've talked about that. Talked about sihr yesterday. And the next is, وَقَتْلُ النَّفْسِ الَّتِي حَرَّمَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكَ, is to kill an individual, a person, upon that individual that Allah Azza wa Jal has forbidden you to kill him. Meaning its blood is not halal. There is no hudud of Allah that is being taking place. The hudud of Allah is in the hands of those people who Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given. So other than that, if you didn't have the authority to do that, then to take an action against an individual and to harm him physically, or to even hire him someone to take care of him, or be part of into a planning to take care of an individual, all of that is part of this sin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Prophet alayhi salatu wassalam has said. And Allah Azza wa Jal mentions in the Quran, the person who kills another individual, that person Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will not forgive, and it will be an action which Allah will hold against this individual. So this hadith specifically mentions any individual. It's not confining it to the believers, because believer is a greater sin. To kill a person, it's a sin. And to kill a believer, it's a greater sin. And that greater sin, Allah Azza wa Jal says, وَمَنْ يَقْتُلْ مُؤْمِنًا مُتَعَمِّدًا فَجَزَاؤُهُ جَهَنَّمُ خَالِدًا فِيهَا. That his compensation is that he's going to stay in the hellfire forever. وَغَضِبَ اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَلَعَنَهُ وَأَعَدَّ لَهُ عَذَابًا. And the wrath of Allah and the curse of Allah will be upon this individual. So that is something that a person needs to think about. A lot of times, a person might think, okay, I'm not part of this, I don't do these bad things, right? This is only the criminals or those people who are there to, loot people and, kill them for money or whatever. But sometimes, indirectly, we become involved in it by just harming an individual. Not just actually killing him, but just harming him. Or being happy if he's going through a pain. This is also part of that a person, he should be considerate. That just because, a group of people came in Medina, and Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam, when he inquired in the lengthy hadith, and one of the qualities that the Prophet alayhi salam appreciated, he says, these people said that even if our enemies are going through hardship and difficulty, we never get happy. We don't get happy if my enemy is going through hardship. So this is a quality of a nature that Allah Azza wa Jal has built in a human being. That's what Allah has made us human beings. Otherwise, Allah would have made it from any animal. The value that Allah, even the animals have care for their own. They have care for them. So we ask Allah Azza wa Jal to give us the understanding to actually understand how we can save ourselves from harming other individuals, and be part of those that are bringing happiness in the life of other individuals. We ask Allah to grant us the understanding and the ability to practice. Ameen ya rabbal alameen. جزاكم الله خيرا. سبحان الله وبحمده. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك. ونشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك.